Boom, we're live. Hey everybody, and welcome. Alright, so what is this? Please PayPal account details so that can check it is transferable. Yep, it is. There is a PayPal detail down in the description of the video. So yeah, it is transferable. I know because Karen did the first transfer last week, so I know it works. Alright, as I was saying, hey everybody, and welcome. Today we're going to continue where we stopped in the previous stream, which is more or less like all of my streams start. So let's have some fun today. For today, I want to, well, first of all, I'm going to put this thing to the side so it's not in the way. And as I was saying today, I want to finish up a bit about the bathroom and then deal a bit more about the living room or the main room or however you want to say this room over here, or you want to call it. So I'm going to hide the recessed ceiling. So yeah, this thing. We started off with this piece over here. So we're going to have to see what we're going to do with it. Are we going to go with this one or not? So yeah. Anyways, this is what we did for the bathroom. We made this bathtub, but like I said, it would be nice to have some sort of a door here, which would kind of stop the water splashing to the rest of the bathroom. So for this, we can actually use what we have here, these two doors. We made them for our previous project, so just take these two, rotate them 90 degrees, put them in here, and you actually get a really nice divider here. Something like, let's put it in as it is, like this. And what the hell is up with this music? Jesus. Okay. Alright, now let's move this thing to the side, like so. This will make it so it kind of goes all the way down. There we go. Expand this thing as well. Like so. And this one, again, can go to the end. Although I think this might not be the best way to do it, because now this one is going to be bigger than this. So you're going to have to do a bit more moving around. But that's the idea. Move it here. There we go. Alright, just so I can see how big this thing is supposed to be, or where the middle is, I'm going to take both of them like this, create a plane like this, and just put one division in the middle. Well, it was almost where it's supposed to be at, so that's not bad. I was close enough, so let's just add that thing where it's supposed to be at. Get those two lines to meet up there, or meet up, yeah, there we go, in the middle. Alright, you go up front. Alright, select this one, move it backwards until it's like here. Alright, having done that, the only thing that we need to fix is just this. Move the glass as it is, move it on this side, and we got our nice glass slider in here. But here's another thing I just noticed. If let's say we take the guy that we have here, the amazing guy, we put it into place here, and he steps up on, or he's inside the bath, then this glass would be tall enough. But for some reason, if he like steps up here on this place, and this glass is not really tall enough, so we probably need to get this thing a tad bit higher. So select it, raise it up for on the, let's put it up on the Z for another 40 centimeters. Or you know what? Let's, just so it's easier for us to see how tall this thing is, I'm gonna make it flush with this guy. So this is going to be as high as this thing. There you go. Do the same thing over on this side. Select those guys, snap it in there like so. Alright, move it up. Make sure it's in. There we go. And we got that working. Put back the turbo smooth to UV maps. It's fine. Make this see-through. And there we go. Now we have this nice divider here. I can put it in like so. And you have a place to walk in and walk out of the bathroom. No problems. So cool. I can stick that thing over there and keep it there. Alright, move this guy back outside. We don't need him for now. Cool. Hey everybody. And like I usually say, I do apologize up front if I don't say hi as soon as you guys come in. I do try not to screw up what I'm doing at the moment. So yeah, if I don't see you right away, please welcome to the stream. Alright, so bathroom, we have this nice division now. We have or the divider here. This is good enough. So let's just get this thing done. So for this one though, I think that I had one of those images. So it's, is it here? Oh yes it is. This is the one we were going for. So let's, oh, so you can actually make another table out of this as well. Cool. Alright, so we just need to make this top part smaller than the base one, and that's actually quite easy since I still do have everything in here. So I just isolate everything like so. Now for the top ones, go really, okay, so edit poly, chamfer. The hell did this add? Alright, then select these guys and put it on the X for a set amount, and that set amount would probably be something like, oh, let's go with 70. Yeah. Alright, so 70 on the X. Let me just see how this thing would look. Edit poly. Well, edit poly here would not be needed with these many edges. So select those and those. Control backspace, remove those. And now with turbo smooth, it's gonna look better. Alright, so we need to do the same thing over here as well. All we got to do is select this guy, put it 70 on the X, chamfer on, edit. In this case though, for the edit poly, this one will not be needed to add those, so I'm going to remove that one. I can probably add another one that's going to put me some edges in here. Like so. So turbo smooth on now. There we go. Cool. Alright, just so I make it easier for me. Center this. Damn it. I keep forgetting the damn phone. And what really annoys me is the fact that that song is copyrighted. So if I leave that phone to ring for more than 10 seconds, I get a copyright strike from YouTube. This is annoying as hell. Alright, delete that. This one, again, I can just copy it around. Okay, hey, hello Dennis. Have you tried Keyshot? Yes, I have tried Keyshot. I actually like Keyshot for its ability to play around with ZBrush, with the bridge. It's a fun rendering solution. Alright, so get this thing to go with the middle. Really? There we go. Am I gonna make tutorials on what, on Keyshot? I've never had anybody ask me for anything like that. Okay, so this thing looks similar to, well, similar enough to this thing, so we can play with that. That's fine. Alright, now let's see now. Turbo smooth on for this. Let me see. I'm actually curious to see how well the UVs would transform or something like this. So if I go ahead, oh wait a second, let me just do this first. Unwrap. Get that one selected, get this one selected. Both of them into seams. Get this whole, damn it, I hate the fact that this thing doesn't do point to point seam. There we go. Alright, so get this, select, control. Alright, shift 1, we'll do that one done. Get this selection done, shift 1, get it there. And get this one, well, just belt this one. Quick peel. Alright. Come to think of it, I could probably even deleted this whole thing because it's not going to be seen, but whatever. Alright, so if we have this, let's just see about straightening this thing out. For the selection, it's going to give me, oh no. There you go. Straighten, relax the polygon, apply, that's fun. Get select everything, rescale, repack. We have this thing unwrapped, so, and the isolate. Now, if I put the turbo smooth above this thing, when I hit it with a turbo smooth, it should keep the UVs well enough, I think. Yes, it does. Cool. On this one though, on the other hand, without any UVs, yeah, it's gonna look like crap. So, select this thing, put it here, align it up to here, boom. Hide, you get deleted, now everything gets unhidden. I have those, both of those things, you get hidden as well now. Assign to selection. There we go. That's nice. For this one, so this is going to be wood. Give it a wooden material. And since I won't actually have to do any UVs for this, I can do a UV map and get away by using a cylindrical with a cap one. So make sure it fits. There we go. What the hell is going on here? Yeah, the corners need to get the UV map scaled out a bit so you can see the... There we go. Cool. So, copy. Paste. Paste. Can you sometime explain UDIM in unwrap? The what now? Alright, let me just take the yeah, that's good enough. Paste, 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 paste. Alright, really quickly, let's just do the unwrapping here as well. Unwrap, do the same thing we did previously. Select the corner one, this one, and this, not that one, but the one in the middle. Converting to seams. Select one on the bottom, something that's probably never going to be seen. Many poly objects in one audible poly. Some term for many texture in one. Oh, you mean set them over with the shifting of 0.1 and 0.2 for the tiling of a texture. Alright, point to point seams, get it from there. To there. Alright, cool. Open it up for UV editor. Get everything. Shift 1. Well, hold on a second. Wait, what? No, I don't want flat mapping, I just want planar map. And what the hell? Something is really, really weird here. Alright, let me try it this time. Around set ID is fine. There we go. So guessing when you have turbo smooth above your UV unwrap, it kind of gives off a glitchy look. So let's hit it with the quick peel, then do really quick relax, polygon. Alright, stop, relax, apply, select everything, and scale it in. There we go. Dude, there is a lot more to UVs than what I've done. The things that I've done were just to cover up the basics on how to like wrap your mind around how to do UVs. Like for example, if you take a look at both of these, you're going to see that we have the same exact material applied to both of them. They're both unwrapped, but if you take a look at these seams, it's different. The difference is because if I select both of these now, hit the unwrap and open up the UV editor, they have a different size. So if I want to have both of these with the same UV size, I have to select everything, rescale them like this, repack them together in one UV, so they're sharing the same UV space. And now we have the same width or the same size for the whole thing. You see? So let's just so I make sure that it's like this. For some reason, I don't know why, but today I guess we did a bit of UVing as well. No. Just move it in. There we go. Hide that, delete that, unhide all. Alright, hide. Now we have this thing modeled and unwrapped, which is nice, as always. Alright, so let's just select everything. Deselect this. Select that. Make sure we have nothing else selected and move this thing into position wherever we want it. But for now, I'm just going to put it over to the side because I'm not sure where I want to place that thing. But here's the thing though. When I take a look at this area, I know for a fact that I want to have a seating arrangement in the middle, because if we take a look at the thing that we just hid on the ceiling, we have that hole up here, the opening, which is going to have some lighting dropping down and illuminating this place. But I don't like the fact that there is nothing to the wall, and we're just like, you can basically just fall down and go through the window, which is not really the ideal. So what I had in mind was create some sort of a small, well, maybe this height here we have to go across the edges, something like a shelf, and on those shelves we can use them for storage, and at the same time we can maybe even put some stuff on it, like decoration or flowers or those katana swords you guys have been linking. So stuff that is going to make the room a bit more interesting. So let's see how that is going to look like. Hey Orlando, hola. Okay, auto grid. Let's drop it down and see what we have here. Alright, that's the pinkiest pink I've ever seen. Make it this height. And then move it over like this. Extrude it outwards. Now move it over on this side. Maybe all the way up to here. All right, cool. Yeah, maybe a samurai does keep his katana facing his head, but the thing is, this is not a samurai's home. This is a modern... Very helpful, thank you. Well, dude, congratulations on being on live. Anyways, this is supposed to be a modern living with premises for Japanese style. So yeah, let's go with 30. Let's go something like this, 30, 30, 30. And this should help me with this. Now select both of them, and this will help me set the width so it's the right size everywhere. Scale it up here, put it there. Scale it down there. Alright, cool. It's 30 by 30 now. And de-isolate, and now we can make this thing into something else, but not just like this. Instead, we can do is, well, let's put it like this first. I want to have this thing as some sort of a shelf we can play with, but let's first separate this thing into one here, another one in here, and select these four, inset them inwards for maybe like 2 centimeters. Go with by group like this. Go OK, and extrude inwards. There we go. And now I'm going to select the ones in the bottom here, detach them off as a clone, that's fine, and raise them up, make them a shell. Got it 2 centimeters. All right, any poly. Move it in. Move it in. Okay, chamfer this thing 0.1. Let's see how well it's going to hold out. Perfect. Let's try it on this side. Chamfer of a 0.1. How does it look? Those are fine, no issues. Pretty much okay all across. All right, and the last thing that I would probably add on this side is select the whole set up here, this whole side, detach it as a clone again, give it a shell. 2 centimeters might be a bit too, let's write it 3. All right, cool. Now get this thing moved a bit, so maybe like 1 centimeter on the X. 2 more, so 3 centimeters is fine. This time it's going to be 3 centimeters. Ooh, wait a second. What just happened? Yeah, 3 centimeters on the Y. And now for this one, I do want to have this edge here, the top one, just chamfer it a bit. Hit it with a chamfer, maybe a bit more. Let's try with 2 centimeters. Maybe 2 segment chamfer like this. All right, check the corner. Yeah, the corner is going to be a bit wonky, so I'm going to have to collapse these and then collapse these. All right, so let me see how a chamfer modifier is going to look here. So 0.1 of minimum line for 50, 60. Yeah, 60 is fine. And so we have a place to sit on over here. Should probably in the edit poly. Let me see if I can add in one more edge. There we go. This won't really change that much on the shape. There we go. But it will make this thing a bit more rounder. So with the chamfer now, there we go. No issues whatsoever. We have this roundness going with the UV map. Even on a box one, it shouldn't have too much problem. So 200, 200, 200. Maybe I should have made it even smaller, but we'll see. We'll see how the grain looks. Yeah, it's fine. All right, chamfer it on. UV map. You know what? Let me just copy this thing and let me just try with 100. See how that thing is gonna look. Yeah. So copy it from there. Paste it up there. Apply that thing. Delete. Paste. Apply. And give everything a darker color. Well, not a dark, but a black color, so I can see how this thing looks. All right, cool. So now, there we go. We get a bit more storage here. We can place some stuff. We can even put some covers here, like door covers. And now we can put some decorations up on this place. And at the same time, we can now see how this thing is going to look if we put it in here. If I put it in like this, so it's telling me that this is going to be too big for this side. So for this room, it's probably not going to be the best. But on the other hand, for this one though, this can have that seating for it. So put it down in here. Well, actually, you see, this thing has some legs here. So let's make those legs. And at the same time, I can make another version of this, which is going to be the table. So, all right, what does the chat say? Thank you so much. Always keep it. Just want to thank you for your videos, most helpful. Hey Phoenix, hope you guys are enjoying the videos. If they help you, then you manage to learn something new. Great, man. That's all I'm hoping for. Hey Epic, what up, man? Love the modeling challenge. What challenge? Is there a challenge now? Oh, whoa, hey, don't move stuff. Alright, so for box, yeah, these are just boxes, so nothing complicated about it. Let's go 15, no, 15, 15, 15. Oh, no. 5. No. 15 with 5. Yep, better. Too high, maybe like 10. See the bottom here? There is some deformation for the UVs, and I'm curious to see what is causing that. That was weird. See, that was a quick fix for that issue. only took one simple, very simple relax, and it kind of fixed that issue. I don't know why it's showing up, but there you go. That's gonna fix it. One quick relax, stop, relax, boom, done. One of those weird things. There we go. No longer have that issue. Okay, for you guy, you're gonna get one more chamfer, a small amount. One. Alright. Pull it backwards to about there. Copy back. 2. Copy it over on. I'll put it in the middle now. And 2 more copies. There we go. Alright, so for this, edit poly, attach all of these guys together. Prop, UV unwrap, and just add the same wood texture to it. Block 1. It's good enough. Now when I select this thing, and this thing, along with this, move it out to here. Copy. Get the UV map for this. Select these two because we won't need them for the table. And these two can go a bit back. Like this. Check. And this one, pull it back on this side. And hey, we got our table alongside with our seating. So I think this is more or less close enough to what we have for here. Maybe the texture here is a bit more green, but that's a texturing issue, not a modeling issue. So we can select this, put it maybe here, in which this room is supposed to be something like a relaxing room. So select everything, T table, pull it backwards. Call this thing group T seating. All right, there you go. Ooh, I just noticed something. These need to rise up a bit. There you go. Alright, so for now I'm going to leave this thing in here. We'll see if we're going to put this here or we're going to do something else, but for now that thing is going to stay in there. Does scaling screw up UVWs? No, it doesn't. Scaling does not screw up UVWs, but scaling will screw up everything else if you want to get your model into, let's say, Unreal or Unity or pretty much anything else. If you want to scale something and then export it out, always make sure you reset your Xform. Alright, now we need to add something in here. Let's see, what do we go with? For that, as always, we are going to look into our very own and favorite Discord channel. You guys love to share your ideas. I love to use your ideas. So let's go for it. Let's see, what are we going to do here? In the streaming related, we had some ideas that you guys shared for there. There was a lot of things in here, but we'll see what we can do. So this was the general idea. Have some sort of a short table, then some short seating arrangements. See something maybe like this. And I'm like really loving the art style. See, we got all sorts of like really Japanese looking images. I would love to have something like that. Maybe something, who the hell? Why would you share stuff that is really this small? Can I open the original and see how this... Even the original is 192 pixels. Useless. Alright. Man, what the hell? 183 pixels. Amazing. Hey, what is this? Not a bad idea. Do you guys have any ideas? I just noticed I had a chewing gum in my mouth. Amazing. Hey, hello. You know what? I actually like this. Instead of having those low ones, we can... Yeah, but if I put those two big sofas on the side, they're gonna crowd this place. Alright, so back to the idea of looking for something that's gonna be like a low CD. Hello. A bit too simple. I like this. Hey, 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 okay, hello. Hey Danny, fourth time here. Well, here's to hoping to see you more times here, not just 4 times here. See what I did there? More, 4, ha ha ha. Alright, for this, what do you guys think about something like this? We have a seating. As you can see there, you have a backrest. But for our backrest, what we can do is we can use these guys. So we can just put the seating and face them, or just place them behind. In here, we can have some sort of a, well, any sort of a table in the middle. And yeah, we can fix up that place. Or if you guys prefer, we can go with, what is this? This is weird. What is this? Not bad. Not bad at all. Since you discovered the channel, you have done 4 live streaming so far. Yeah, man, you're at 100%. All right, all right, all right. Oh, that's... Is this how Japanese people make their furniture? They take normal size furniture and then they chop off its legs and go like, look at here, I made this. It is a fun idea though. What do you guys think about something like this? Do we go with something like this, or do we keep searching for more, or something else? Wait, what is this? So this is the original one. You see, the original one has a tri set. Alright, so this table has 3 pieces. It has this nice underset underneath it. Yeah. Actually, I like this idea. And the fact that they have this light coming from the ceiling, and we have the same type of ceiling, we can steal this idea. And this rail in here, this could be for one of those lights that you can just like shine everywhere. You can just like move it around. I don't know what it's called. God damn it. Target lights. Yeah, they're called target lights. Or spotlights, or whatever you want to call them. I like that idea. Okay, so I'll go with something like that then. First, I'm going to define where I want to have my table. So let's go with something like this. Hit it off with, let's just round it up to 80 by 150. Raise it up. So put it somewhere here, I guess. Oh, actually, you know what? No. This is gonna have to be in line with the hole in the ceiling. So select these two. Damn it. Alright, so the hole. Just give me a different color so I can see it. There you go. So maybe in the middle, like this. And de-isolate. And this was supposed to be, yeah, just the base. It's good enough. Now for this, just to know which goes where. 2, 3, so I need 3. There you go, like 3. Alright, isolate now. Let's go with cylinders. Oh, let's just put in one extra edge in the middle. So connect, no, we connect just one. Alright, edit poly, and let's try to make it this way. Jumper. Nah, that's gonna just be complicating my thing when I can just do this. Cylinder, snap in here. Alright, go with 15. 10. Yeah, 10 is gonna work. Height is really not that important, so 2, 3. Since those are instances, whatever I do to this one is going to reflect on the other ones. That's good. Alright, really not that much to see here. It's just normal stumps. Alright, let's make it a tad bit more interesting. Let's go 6 maybe. Height 20. End of a cylinder. Delete the top and bottom. Raise it up. Just add in 2 more edges in here, and with a turbo smooth it should work just fine. Like this. It's cool, and just for this, I'm actually just going to do this. Select these 3, detach as a clone. Every time I can reuse some of the geometry, I'm happy. Pull it up and just scale it up so it's centered on the X, Y, and Z. So we're center to center. Move it up. Now, from here, since I do want to have all of these bits set off, I'm going to inset them for 1 centimeter like this. Maybe even less, 0.5. And Control I and delete. So I deleted the inverted selection. For this one, just add in a shell. The shell is going to be about 2 centimeters. A chamfer of 0.3 should work. Yeah, that's a nice visible chamfer. And these are like, well, you know what? I don't want to get these guys any lower because I'm guessing that somebody is gonna have to like either sit down or put their knees underneath or whatever. So yeah, seeing it this way, it kind of looks when it's isolated, it kind of looks big, but when you see it in the room, it's really not that big. Which kind of makes it, just hide this thing. When I see this now, it kind of looks a bit tiny. So what I might actually end up doing it is select all of these guys and scale it outwards. Let me just see when this guy comes in, how big is this thing gonna be? Oh boy. You know what? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get this guy as a copy here. Move it up. Now open up the group so you can see what is going on. And there. All right. Really, just give me the knee. There we go. So I'm guessing this is how you're gonna sit down. Close the group, put this guy here. Okay, so it needs to get open one more time. Let's hope this guy is very flexible. So when he sits down like this, yeah, he's got space. He's got ample space to like sit down and be happy with wherever. It's cool. Yeah, that's enough. Cool. All right, so what is the shortcut for Swift Loop? There is none. You need to create your own. If you want to see how that thing is done, I do have a video about it, and I should really reference that video a lot more because I have a lot of people asking me about it. Just go over and in my channel see a video about how to set up your UI and your shortcuts. It's at minute 5 something, I think. Just, yeah, when you have the time, go ahead, check it out. You won't be sorry. I want to just make this thing a bit more interesting. This way it's a bit too dull. Yeah, let's get these two selected. All right. Scale them up. And, ooh, hey, hello. Alright, so this is what happens when you screw around with the scaling option. Alright, oh, you see, this is what kind of gets screwed up. Ah, man, what the hell. Well, this is ridiculous. Alright. So now the X form is applied, so I'm gonna... damn it. So remove the turbo smooth, and everything gets back. Crap. Alright then, shit. I guess we won't be changing this thing at all then. I'm just gonna, you know what? Screw those guys. There we go. X form, chamfer above. You're fine. Just get converted down. I wasn't really happy with those cylinders. Just, but what is with this thing? My head hurts. All right, I need to put something for those. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put wooden ones, so something maybe like, yeah, let's go 8 by 8 by whatever, 25, was it 25? Nope, let's go and see how tall this thing needs to be. 35. 32. Yeah, 32 is gonna work just fine. Isolate these three. For this one, I actually do want to do something else before I do that. I want to add in one connect here in the middle. Cool. Now move it here and go 1, 2, and 3. 3 copies like that. And for these across, I want to have one more. Like here. Make it so it's maybe 4. There we go. Put across, and for the length, I want to have it go across to the whole thing, like so. And now it's kind of starting to look like architecture from Japan, where they're using all of those beams to cross-reference everything, or cross everything. So in here, I want to copy the chamfer from this thing, put it to, oh, actually put it like this, attach all of these guys together, and now paste the chamfer in there. And now, when I take a look at this, it's gonna be, oh, what is this? It's not gone well. Go through. Okay, it's gone in. There we go. We have something to work with. Now for this one, yeah, I'm gonna delete the bottom, not needed. This one can be one of those mats that they use. So for this, I'm probably gonna need some extra geometry on the edges. So when we actually smooth this thing, it smooths right. Let me see how thick this thing is. There we go. Turbo smooth on. There we go. Now we got a math look. The color on the wood floor reminds me of yoga mattresses in class. Well, yes, it does. It does look one of those yoga mattresses you see. But since they have different mattress, I mean, this is not a mattress, it's supposed to be some sort of a cloth. So for now, I'm going to use just a regular one that we're using everywhere for it. For the UV map, just hit it with a plainer one. Fit, or not fit, but I just go 100 by 100. There we go. And the box, whatever. Okay. Clean, unwrap. Select everything, just relax this thing. I don't have to do anything else to it. Stop the relax, apply it. Back it together, and we're done. No distortions, the corners are right. Everything works just fine. Alright, so select that, select this, and this. Put it maybe to about like this. And save. Save up another version of this thing. Put it to which this is Japanese style plus. Okay, cool. Now, another question. What sort of seating are we gonna use for this thing? Oh, and just so I don't see this grayish color, based, not a chamfer. I need to use a UV map. Give it to L1. So 100 by 100. Copy. Paste. Alright, hit it up with the same wood. Even though it's the same wood everywhere, doesn't really matter. For now, I just want to make sure that the unwrapping is fine. Okay, what are we using for seating? Any ideas? What about something like this? Oh, dude. A table that comes off from the ground, and they have a place for their legs to go in. How didn't I see this? let me check something. Of course, but now I forgot, and now I just saw it. So, choice number 1. Alright, let me just select this thing. Go turbo smooth off. Chamfer off. And poly off. Boom, select this. Okay, you can move on to this side. The UV map is on top. Well, actually, you know what? Let me just see how big. There were a lot of like images that day. That much I know for a fact. Okay, so what's the size for a table then? Let's see. Table size. Images are small tables. 200 centimeters for 3 people. What about just, yeah, this is 150. Alright, so 150 I can work with. So we get in a box to, wait, what the fuck? There we go. Dude, wait a second. There's no way this is the size. Really? Just for one table? Okay, so these are the big ones. It can go down to as 120. 120 it is then. Not 12. Alright. Depth is really not important. But in here, what I do want to have is this thing in there. Now, not bad. Not bad at all. Actually, put it like this. And if I delete that and go now, get this thing to extrude inwards. The hell is that? Ah, wait a second. Of course, this thing has a shell, so I cannot just do that. What I have to do is select both of these. Well, actually, you know what? Select the bottom one, delete it. Select the top one and extrude it. There you go. The bottom will never be seen, so we don't really care about how pretty it is on the underside. Just move it over on that side. Move this thing a bit over on this side, just so it's not clipping through it. There we go. Alright. So chamfering on turbo. Fudge. I should have known. The problem is by that edge, yeah, right there. That's gonna give me some problems. So what I have to do is this, get it to go down as well and cap it in there. So now when the chamfer is on top of it, no longer do that thing, and turbos. And there we go. We got the place to work for us. No issues whatsoever. And de-isolate, what the hell is that? What is this? Oh man, I forgot we had So yeah, we have this lower piece underneath our board. So I have to redo the same thing up here as well. God damn it. Wow. Alright, we'll do it. One in there. Let's get both of them selected. And just so I can see it better now, I just need to have a different color, something that's visible. Okay, that's gonna work. And again, just turn off the chamfers. Is it the top one? You know what? I'm gonna do this the other way around. Just instead of spending all this time just trying to fix up and find where that thing is, I'm gonna do is select this. Out of this, make a shape. And that shape is what's gonna help me figure out where the hell this thing is supposed to have corner. Turn that and that. There we go. And now I can just follow that line. There we go. Snap on that shape. And whew, we're done. Extrude this thing inwards. All the way up to where it's supposed to stop. It'll be fine. Delete this. Now, on top of this, add the chamfer, add the turbo smooth, add the UV unwrap. Let's check it out. Add the chamfer, add the turbo smooth. Okay. I guess for the last time, what the hell is this? Oh yeah, this is the floor. And for this one, I guess I'm gonna put these guys in just a tiny bit so they're not clipping on the same space, 0 to 1 space, like this. There we go, we no longer have clippings except something is still clipping, and I'm guessing, yeah, it's the floor. This thing is not tall enough. Alright, well then, let's fix that. Get that thing raised up to about here, so I guess this is as low as we can get. UV on. And finally, we got this thing done. Which now, if I take a look at this thing, probably should have moved it up a bit more to this place so I can have more space in here, but I don't know. Let's see something like this then, maybe below the chamfer. Yeah, that's fine. Select the underside. Again, turn off this thing whole. Both of them, edit poly. Move it like this. Let's see how that thing is going to work. Move that edit poly underneath. Select the other one, move that one underneath. Turn on chamfer turbo smooth UV space, chamfer turbo smooth UV space, and boom, we got our thing, or our space in here done. So now what I want to do is get the geometry for my table. I can extrude it out from this place. Whatever just happened there. There we go. I just detach that thing as a clone. There we go. Is this it? Yep, it is. Alright, put this thing to as a shell. Give it 3 centimeters. Give it a chamfer. Ooh, 1 centimeter doesn't look bad at all. Kind of, it looks actually quite well for a table. 0.7. Yeah, 0.7 is fine. No, but chamfer will make it so it's open now. All right, so UV map box 100, 100, 100. Get everything to black. Turn back everything on. All right, so I got this thing to raise up. Similar to what we have in here. I need to have some places for the legs. So the legs are just boxes, so nothing complicated about it. Make sure it's in here. Go 3 by 3 by, I don't know, 35. 35 might be a bit too small though. Let's see. Nah, it's not gonna reach down, so I'm gonna have to manually move this thing downwards. Maybe like this. Move it in, nobody knows where it's gonna go. Again, chamfer 0.3. Copy and select these. Copy and I'm actually going to delete the chamfers, attach all of them together, and then reapply a chamfer so I don't have to individually have the same one for each of them. .3. Let's try it out like this. Yeah, not bad at all. Hit it up with a box, go with 100 by 100 by 100, and reapply the same thing. Alright, cool. This is a nice idea. I'm actually happy we went for it. So now I can select both of these, raise this thing up a bit to whatever I need it. And in here, the chamfer might be a bit too slopey, so let's go with something like this. There we go. Anti-isolate. And check the edit poly. Push this thing downwards so it's not visible like it's like that. There you go. Okay, so what I need now is a couple of pillows to sit on. And for pillows, I can, you know what? I'm not even gonna bother trying to go to Marvel's Designer for pillows. I'm gonna do just a really quick iteration for a pillow, something like this. Make it so it's, I don't know, let's go 50 by 50 by 1. Prop it up with, I don't know, 20 by 20. I'm gonna make this even smaller, 0.2, 0.3. There you go. Raise this thing up. 50 is going to be way too much, so let's try 30 by 30. Yep, this is better. And let's drop it off with a cloth modifier for this. Object properties. What am I going to call this? I'm going to call this deck. Alright, so object properties for the simulation. I want to have the deck here as well. Here we go, the deck. The deck is going to be a collision object. My boxy thing here is going to be a cloth. As for a cloth, let's go with the cotton and pressure it up. It's 50. No dampening, don't really care about dampening. Go click OK. Alright, simulate local. Stop the simulation. Alright, I'm happy with this. Convert to enable poly. Okay, get this thing. You know what? Nah, just get this as a connection. Now extrude it inwards as such. Get this thing to be a bit smaller, like this. Turbo smooth on, and we get a nice round pillow. We can just put on whatever we want to it. Also, probably should have done a unwrap on it as well. So let's get that thing done. Click in there, convert to a cut. Now, get this whole side on the up side. Open the UV editor and relax it. By edge, yeah, stop, relaxed. By polygon, stop, relax. Of course, it's not going to relax since I didn't peel it off. So, quick peel, like this. Now start, relax. There we go. Okay, start, relax. Stop, relax. Make sure it's straightness of no. Okay, you don't have to be really grumpy, just straighten the goddamn selection. Okay. Okay, then if you don't want to do it that way, we're going to do it this way. We're going to select Hue, Text Tools, and in here we're going to get everything aligned to this edge. There we go. Now everything is straightened. Now select this thing, align it to it. Everything is straightened. That's fine. Now both of these, I have them both have the same thing. Put them in the same thing. Turbo smooth on. There we go. And let's look for something to put as a texture to it. Japanese art. Oh, why Bing? Bing is no. Japanese art. Oh, dude. Hello. I think I just found the art for my pillows. All right. Pillow art. All right. Now it's gonna be a bit of squeezing around, since the art here is not really gonna be playing really well with how this thing is gonna line up on the UVs. So let's go and edit like this. I have to play around with the tiling a bit. Now play with the offset. Hey, you know what? Actually, this looks okay. Hell, nobody's gonna know what the hell we're doing here, so just put one in here, put another one in there, rotate this one 90 like this, or maybe just so it's a bit more different, get it up 980. It's the same thing as well, so who cares? That's fine. 2 on that side, 2 on this side. Copy, select all of these, just let's make them a bit larger. And here's your answer that you asked previously, if the scaling is gonna screw up the UVs. No, it doesn't. You can just play around with the scaling, but just make sure that every time you finish up with the scaling on whatever you're doing, just remove the turbo smooth first. You always, and I do mean always, reset the X form. So I'm going to select all of these guys, go over here, reset X form, reset selected, convert to enable poly, and reapply the turbo smooth. There we go. Made these very flat now, so I'm gonna have to scale them up a bit. Which coincides with the fact that I'm gonna have to redo the reset, but it's fine for now. It's okay. And I do really want to have a different wood for this, so let's see. What happens if I put the same wood over here for the deck? Yeah, it's gonna give me a different look then. It's gonna give me a darker look, and at the same time the darker wood, nah, it looks way too dark. So let's see something else then. This was the maple material. Let me see if I got a darker maple for this. Wood. Maple. Yeah, I should have a darker maple. Wait a second, is this? Yeah, it is maple, but it's a really dark maple. What if I choose something more on the colorized maple? we go. It's a different. Come to look at this thing. I think this one looks even better for the rest of my stuff. So if I get that maple honey instead of the original one, get that maple across everywhere, my whole scene looks better. I prefer watching this for now, or looking at this for now, because it's more colorful, more saturated. So I'm gonna, but I will need a darker maple. Let's try the maple dark chocolate. No. Mahogany. Oh well. I guess it's been a while since Max has crashed, so yeah. We've had like maybe 2 or 3 streams without a crash, and Max cannot handle that. Max needs to crash. Well, the good thing is it did not screw up what we did previously, so it's fine. So for now, just let me get everything back as it was. Get this cherry maple back to being maple. Get this thing down to being honey maple. There we go. Oh, Stanley, my man. Cheers, dude. That's one hell of a donation. Is that a donation because Max decided to crash? Don't encourage it, man. He crashes even without donations. Alright, let me see. Alright, that's... Wait a second, Stanley. Whoa. Are you new here? It doesn't seem like you new. I think I've seen your nick or your user based stuff previously. Plus, you know, when you like do something like this, you have a way of, you know, you can leave a comment or something like that, you know. Well, hey to everybody that's new. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream, and I do hope I see you back, because it's always more fun to have people that have been with me in previous streams and they are enjoying what they're seeing, so they pitch in with their ideas about how to like improve the scenes and how to add stuff that's going to be interesting. So yeah. You're always here. Yeah. All right, awesome. Now, let's see. What should we add here, man? Come on. I need you guys to pitch in. Today we don't have Sarah or anybody else, so... Oh, not anybody else, goddammit. I meant we don't have Sarah or any of the people that usually contribute, like we can see here. So let's see, what should we use then? Let's go and find something interesting. Valentine is not here, right, either? Yeah. You've heard from your friends that I'm a great YouTuber. Aw, man, shucks. You making me blush. Yeah, we can add teapots. That's gonna come on later. Like, those are gonna be filler items. Like, somebody mentioned that they want to have a katana here. Like those swords, the swords. Probably that's gonna be an interesting stream to do, because I do like creating weapons, so it's gonna be interesting. But we are at the moment, we're still aiming to add in the big details. Like in here, this was the big detail for the table and the like seating here. We created a second table for this, though we might be able to use it somewhere else. Maybe in this room for something, I don't know what for. We'll see. Maybe this is gonna be something be used here. This is supposed to be the wash room, or the, what's it called? The, what? Damn it. What is this room? Oh, the laundry room. So we'll, you know what? This can be a folding table. Hell. Yeah. We can get this thing, put it in the corner, and on it, like, you can put stuff and fold your shirts, put a washer here, put a dryer, and yeah, we can reuse this thing. It won't be a waste. So I'm gonna open this thing, and now just select this and this, move it backwards. Like this, and cool. Hey, we got something that we can use. There we go. But anyways, man, Stanley, thank you, brother. This does mean a lot. You guys supporting me like this makes me think that what I'm doing is actually helpful to you people, and you are liking it. And the most important thing to me is that everybody learns something new. What is this? Ah, of course, this is the simple one. Hide this selection. That's fine, that's okay. Let me check something. There we go. That's okay. All right. Where you from, dude? I'm kind of curious. Eggbontain. Eggbontain? How do you pronounce your last name? That's a good question. All right, that's good. All right, so we got another 20 minutes for this. 20 minutes. What room should we focus on and add some stuff for it? Like this thing that we just created here, even though it was not meant for this, the size for this lower side is just the right size for this thing. So this is gonna end up being like a place where you can just put your stuff and fold your shirts and stack them up like that. So this works just for this room. Now for here, what are we doing here? You know what? First thing I'm going to do is, all right, do some changes for this side here. Those changes being that since this is going to be something like a small garden, I'm going to do the initial like sculpting, make it at least this tall. Make sure it's not clipping through my walls. Stanley, another thing that I'm actually curious is, or not just Stanley, I'm curious about everybody that's on at the moment at live, or even if you're watching on YouTube, I would like to see you leave your comment. I'm curious, what do you guys do for a living? Are you doing this professionally or what? Alright, 5 centimeters on, extrude inwards. Yeah, like this is gonna work. Danny Santolaria, Danny. All right, Danny, show us your art, man. Just pop it over in the Discord channel. Like, pop anything up in the hallway here. All right, what is this? Yeah, disconnect. Yeah, just drop whatever you guys are doing. Jump in with in the hallway and show it off, you know? You're a painter and a sculptor. Dude, you see, all of you who are watching me are actually very, very talented, interesting people. I would love to see what you're doing. So jump on over in the Discord. The description or the info for the Discord, for the ones that don't know, is in the description of the stream, so check it out. Come in, join, drop whatever you're doing in the hallway, because I do want to see what you guys are working on. I'm curious. As far as I'm like concerned, you guys are watching me. In my case, all of you are great. So let's go with a chamfer, small chamfer for this. Let's go with a bigger chamfer, like 3 and 0.5. This is gonna work better. So if I go to turbo smooth, oh hell no. Yeah, too big of an polygon in there, so I'm gonna have to go in 5. Turbo smooth on. Now it's gonna look crap again. Let's not do this. Chamfer of 2 or 1. Yeah, let's not do it that way then. Just use a regular simple one. I actually wanted to have... Hey, here we go. Someone already posted their stuff, so let's see it. Let's go and put it on live. Mindan. Oh wow. This is nice. Alternative versions. Here's one thing that I can tell you when you're like creating your stuff. Like I can see that this is made for a game, but when you're doing your textures, for example, in here, if you want to see, or basically if you want to make your textures better, just make sure you're hand painting your textures in the Substance Painter, because what you're using here is one of the already pre-made substances. Like this one is the camo. What you've done is you basically took it away from being the camo for the cloth, and you just made it metal. So yeah, if you want to make your models pop out a bit more, make sure you're building your own substances. But yeah, I'm a fan. This is really good. This is really good made. Let's see. Alright, so we have some exterior here. Lighting. Lighting composure. Or composition, not composure. Composition and lighting are key here, man. And you've fell into the trap of watching too many YouTube videos where they tell you to place a lot of people, and what you've done is you've placed people on every single place here. And what you didn't think about it is that this is a residential area, residential building, and not a mall. In a mall, maybe this would be okay. For residential area, if you see these many people on their balconies, there's a pretty good chance that somebody's going to start a fight. So yeah. Okay. This is good. All right, awesome. All right, for now, let me just do a really quick UV check for this. Dude, you don't even need to download anything. Just click on the thing. You can go, you don't need a Discord. You just can download it for free if you want to have the app, or you can go and just click on it and it will be inside your web browser. All right, this thing is fine. Okay, let's go. All right, now it's fine like this. All right, here we go, another one. Generally not too bad, but lighting again. It feels like you don't have any directional lighting. It's like it's coming from everywhere, so it's washing out your scene. It would be a better idea if you're making something like this to make it so that you have a primary light and filler lights. The primary lights would be the most dominant ones For example, depending on whether or not you want to have the scene lit up really well, you can make the ones you have up here very much brighter, or much more brighter than the rest of them, and use these small ones to just fill in the gaps where you have dark areas. And also for these, like the ones that you have in here, you can probably get a better result if you use some IES lights, and those IES lights are going to project some better shapes up on your walls, and at the same time it's going to give you a really more interesting look to your scene. Plus, these inverted lights that are supposed to lit up your wall shouldn't really be this bright on the outside. Another thing that I can see here is that the geometry that you have on this circle is a tad bit too low. As you can see, the jaggedness up here. So consider adding in another turbo smooth on your iterations. That's gonna smooth up the result there. And also, another thing that I can see is your geometry in here is way too sharp. So you need to add in a better chamfer on this thing here, so you have a bead of light or an edge from which the light can reflect, and then at the same time give you better edges and better reflections on the edges, or better light reflections. So there's a few things to like work on, and generally this thing is too shiny. You need to decrease the shininess, just decrease the glossiness up here, so go with more something like 0.8 or even lower. So you really don't want this thing to be this shiny. All right, how much time did you spend in 3ds Max that you are so good? I've been playing around with Max for almost 10 years. Although, thank you for telling me that I'm good. And I've also been teaching Max for like, what, 4 years, 5 years? All right. What do I need? Man, what kind of bugs me out is that when I'm on YouTube, unlike Twitch, there is no place that I can add something that's gonna show the people that have donated stuff as a way of like saying thank you. I want to have your name up here. All right, we'll see. I'm gonna see if I can find a way to get the donators up, their name up there, so that they can be like shown. All right, I need some ideas. What do you guys want to do? Where do we go from here? What do we put? Because generally what we're missing here is going to be the greenery. So all right, let me just do this really quickly, because the greenery is going to be easy to create if we have something to work from. So again, make it off a clone, raise it up to there, go connect, go 9, put this thing lower. All right, that's fine. Drop a noise. Fractal. It's roughness. We go like 5 by 5 by 5. Go turbo smooth and no. 15, 15, 15. 10, 5. Turbo smooth on and all right, so get this another one. Now let me just move some of these vertices around so I don't have any holes. Fall off a bigger one. There you go. Okay, turn off the soft selection, put a dirt or ground. Let me see my textures. Do I have a dirt here? Yes, I should. No. Marble, parquet, wood. No. Okay. I guess we'll go and do something like this. Dirt, not paint, dirt. Texture, seamless. All right, 24 by 24, this should work. Go with dirt. All right. Where's the thing? It should be in here, Japanese style. And in here, go with dirt. Show it up. All right, cool. So we have something to plant our plants in. Looks nice. It's gonna be a chill room for sure. So if we're gonna have some smaller plants up to this place, we can put some art up here, or put some art on the rest of the walls in this house, so we can like beautify this place. So let me just see one more time who has posted something on stream related. Hey, animation. What is the animation about? And by the way, when you're posting stuff, don't post it on the streaming related, just post it in the hallway or the chat. So, but for now, I'm just gonna check and see how this thing works. Oh, hell no, music. Okay. I can tell you right away, I have no idea what this thing is done, because I don't really do animation. For animation, I prefer using Unreal if I have to animate a walkthrough or something like that. But for stuff like this, I can animate the camera, but just the rendering and the waiting for it to render a whole animation is simply not my thing. And I do not envy you having to model that interior of the PC. I'm guessing it was a texture for the motherboard, but whatever. It might not be a texture though, and it is. Some of the things were geometry, but most of this texture. Cool. Good job, man. Good job. Oh, okay. Let's not play that anymore. All right then. We've been going on for 2 hours now. 2 hours and 6 minutes to be precise. So I would like to thank everybody that was with me. You guys are great. We did some nice work today. We added in some cool stuff to our house. We made the initial table that was supposed to be for this room, but it actually ended up being our dryer. Our table is going to be for drying our clothes. We made the table here for the seating. We made the seating. We made some nice racks for the sides. We also finished up the seating for this side. We made the base for our earth or the ground here. We made this thing, and generally it was a fun stream, I have to admit. The man of the stream is Stanley with his amazing donation, so thank you very much for that. And that would be it for today. I guess for next stream we're gonna be doing is gonna be on Tuesday, and depending on how things develop, I might actually start streaming on Twitch as well. But those like streams will not be like the ones that are on YouTube right now. Like I have a set time and date. Those are gonna be more in tune whenever I have some free time and I want to spend like creating something. It's gonna be me jumping in and having some fun while you guys can pitch in, give me some ideas. It's generally gonna be my playground where I'm gonna have some fun and at the same time share whatever I learn with you guys. So again, like I said, it was a very fun day today, and I'd like to thank everybody that was with me. So until next time, peace.